Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV, coming to you on a Monday night, man, from Los Angeles, California, where the Los Angeles Dodgers just blew a 5-0 lead to the San Diego Padres. They scored 5 runs in the bottom of the first. Everything's going your way. Biggio hitting 2-run bombs off the left field foul pole. You have Pajes driving in runs. You have like the guys who've been killing you, putting in work, driving in runs. Luck's making great defensive plays and getting hits, and your bullpen just completely falls apart. San Diego started to chip away at that lead in like the third. Manny hits that home run, and then I think they had 2 outs, and then managed to get 2 more runs, and it's 5-3. And Glasnow held it together after that. 6 of his 7 innings were pretty much dominant. He had that 1 inning where he kind of goofed and gave up those 3 runs, put him in position to win, but the Dodger bats not being able to score any more runs after the first inning. And I think the stat was the Dodgers, the last time they won a game when they hadn't scored a run after the first inning has been like 5 years or something like that. So it was, you just started to get the feeling, especially in that 9th inning, man. When Manny hit that homer in the 9th, I just like, oh God, we're blowing this. We're blowing this, man. He just left that ball right over the plate, man. He just banged it. He already had a home run early in the game that barely left the yard. The second one was a no-doubter. And then it was just, man, just gave it away. When it was going in the 10th, I'm like, there's no way we're getting this win. There's just no way we're getting this win. And, they bases loaded, trying to hope for a double play or a strikeout to the double play. And, Bondell was great out the pen, trying in terrible. Vesia couldn't even find a strike to save his life to start that inning. Even the pitch that they called a strike was outside, should have been a ball. So just overall, just horrific and terrible from the first inning on, really. And then it just all kind of fell apart, man. So not much to say on anything else. That was a pretty good day trade deadline wise. The Dodgers did some things, got active, and then everything just started to fall apart. And very, very, very frustrating from that standpoint, man. So shout out to everyone tuning in, man. That was a tough game to watch. That was a tough game to witness at the end. Starting off, the beginning of that game, I was hype. Everything was going great. And all of a sudden, it's just like, man, everything just fell apart. So, like I said, Glasnow, man, had a great 6 innings there, man, but could not hold it together. This Dodger bullpen is definitely going to be giving some problems now. Definitely going to be having some issues now. And there really is no help on the way there. So this guy's getting a little healthy and getting a little just settled down there, because you got Phillips, who's been blowing saves. Hudson just blew one the other day. Vesey not being able to do anything. Trinan's been a mess. I don't know where you really go. Banda had a great, he had a great inning there when he was shutting people down, and now they're probably going to overuse him. So it's getting to a point where the Dodgers are starting to run into these problems, and that bullpen, not sure if that bullpen's going to be able to be rescued, man. And so they're going to have to score a lot of runs. Starting pitchers is going to have to step up and do their thing, and hope. They're going to have to hope that they get a couple of guys hot in that bullpen, man, because starting pitching, if it's there, if the bats are there, that's one thing the Padres have. The Padres have a lights out bullpen. They can kill you with that bullpen. The Phillies probably have the best bullpen in baseball, so they can kill you with their bullpen. And the Dodgers have things that those other teams don't have, but those teams with that pen, it's just going to be very, very, very tough for this Dodger team to win a World Series without a bullpen that can step up and perform at a high level on a nightly basis. It's just an absolute necessity. It's going to have to be there. And if it's not, the Dodgers are going to be in trouble come playoff time. So I'm not completely giving up on them. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. But the starting pitching, I think, if you get, if Flaherty gets going, Glasnow's, giving you 7 innings, if you get Yamamoto back strong, if your starting pitching can keep you in these games, and your bats get hot when Mookie and Freddie get back and these guys come back, then hopefully this bullpen finds a rhythm and your starters can dominate and your offense can dominate. And then not all of that pressure is on the bullpen late in these games. But these guys got to get it together, man. Trinan looks like a shell of himself. Like I said, Phillips and Hudson look like a shell of themselves. Vesia just looks burned out. He could not find a strike, man. Could not find the strike zone to save his life. And you just knew that game was over. You just knew the game was over. And like, even in that inning where they were scoring 3, you just kept thinking, oh man, are they going to tie it up in this inning? And like, are they just going to be one of those games where the Dodgers come out, go ballistic, and then just lose like 8-5 after scoring 5-0? Like, we've seen that before this season. But in a game where Tasker basically gave him nothing, Ohtani didn't really give him much. Will Smith hasn't been pulling his weight for a little bit here. So you got all these things kind of stacking on each other. They're kind of hitting a rut. And I had a feeling this team was really going to take off come August. And I still think there's a chance for that to happen if they catch rhythm. And like I said, they get Mookie back in there, some of their guys back, and get Freddie back in this lineup, and get Ohtani, some help out there, and Teoscar some help. Will Smith's got to wake up. You put poor Austin Barnes, man. He's on like a 12-game hitting streak, and they put him in there to pinch hit for Hayward with the bases loaded. They don't like get him one at bat during a 12-game hitting streak. That stuff. He grounds out to second on the first pitch, and everything just started to fall apart, man. Those 2 plays that Manny had when he caught those 2 balls off the net, like just incredible defensive plays. And then you had what's that guy who hit the what is his name right there? Jackson Merrill, I think. Yeah, Jackson Merrill, who had that incredible catch in center field, and then he had an absolute bomb in the bottom of the ninth, another no-doubter that just took him out of there. But, the Dodger relievers, man, they came in. Banda, like I said, did his absolute thing. Blake Trinan giving up 2 runs. Vesia giving up the winning run on a line drive down to third base, and walk-off San Diego in the bottom of the 10th in a game that never really felt safe as soon as it entered the 9th. It just never did. And when Manny just clubbed that baseball, it just made it worse. It's like, oh God, here we go. This is over. This is a wrap. This is not good. And Here we go. Losing game 1 of the series 6-5 on the day of the trade deadline, where everyone was excited. Things were looking good. And it got stall Flaherty there at the back end of the trade deadline. And the Dodgers come out, excite us in the first inning, and then it's fall face first and go from there. So I'm sure we're going to hear some Dave Roberts complaints in the chat. I haven't looked yet. I'm sure there's going to be, all kinds of things. But, outside of that, this is one of these games where even though they scored 5 runs in the first, feels like everything went wrong after that. Just couldn't get any timely hits or string a bunch of hits together at all. Glasnow had a strong outing other than that 1 inning. And Banda. Outside of that, this team had a pretty bad, performance tonight. And when you got to rely on a home run by Biggio and hits by Pages and Lux, you're not going to go very far because it's just not going to do it, man. But man, this bullpen is atrocious right now. I switched back to the regular format tonight. Not doing the cell phone layout today. I'm doing the regular format tonight. So I'll be switching back and forth between the two. I feel like the chat, there's some of the chat that really likes the cell phone layout, and there's some of the chat that really likes this layout. So I'll be rotating back and forth. And it's just man, I was watching other games. There's been a lot of just close, crazy late inning games the last couple of nights. I watched, Arizona come back in a big time comeback and walk it off yesterday. We saw the Yankees Phillies go to the 12th inning, and the Yankees pulled that out 7-6. And then this game here, the Padres beating the Dodgers 6-5. You got all these teams in the National League just kind of so bunched up. There's so many teams fighting for a wild card. There's so many teams still alive in this race. The Dodgers are fine in their position standing from their division. I don't think there's any way, shape, or form, even with injuries and everything going on, they're going to blow this division lead. But with a shaky bullpen and, the Padres, man, I don't know if this is a team you want to face in the first round of the playoffs in a 5-game series with that pen that they have. So you can't just be letting this team get wins on you. And, you may have to face them later on. You don't need them having all this confidence against you. And you definitely, New York went out there and beat Philly for you today. That's a game missed. You could have gained on them. Giants lost today, got killed by 5-1 by the A's. You had some ground you could have, separated yourself for and gained from other people. But, they just couldn't put together a strong enough outing collectively. Outside Glasnow, 6 innings, 6 of his 7 innings strong. Banda and, some of the guys towards the bottom of the lineup getting some home runs and hits early on in the game in the top of the first. And outside of that, the Dodgers offense just went completely mute on them for the rest of the game, which is frustrating, which is definitely frustrating. But Trinan is not who Trinan used to be. When that pitch hits and it gets going, it's still a thing of beauty. But he's missing too much. That pitch that he did to Manny was right down the pipe. Manny just sat on that and just clobbered it, right? And same with Jackson Merrill, just sat on it, clobbered it. So when guys are getting the bat on the ball, when Trinan's throwing it, they're killing it, they're crushing it. When he freezes them, and they don't take the bat off their shoulder, that's when he gets them. But when they actually put the bat to the baseball, they're crushing his pitches. So he's got some nasty stuff when, he can trick some guys into not swinging. But when they swing and make contact, it's launch pad. It is absolute launch pad. And that's what happened tonight, man. Those 2 bombs that went off were monstrous, just absolute monstrous home runs. So, man, oh man. And the thing is, all you can do is kind of just sit back and kind of wait to see if this bullpen hits its stride. They started the season pretty terrible, and then they got going and really settled down and became what was looking like to be one of the best pens in the National League. And then it's just like they just got burned out. Some injuries set in. They got burned out. Joe Kelly was getting torched for a bit. Vesia, had a rough start to the season and then kind of just locked in and was looking like one of the best relievers in the game, and then just completely fell apart in the last, few days here, probably just going to the well too often. So a lot of these issues and a lot of these things probably could be prevented with rest and guys getting, probably better management of the bullpen there. But starting pitching with all these guys out, the pen's got to be stronger than this, man. And like I said, you can't count on Shohei going 3 for 4 with a home run every single game. You can't count on that. But they need Mookie back. They need Freddie back. They need the top of that lineup to have some guys that can get on base, drive in some runs, create some pressure, deliver in pressure situations, and not let the other teams kind of box in Shohei there, not give him anything to hit. He doesn't have the same protection behind him. So until those guys get back, and until the lineup adds a little bit more depth to it, until that starting rotation gets back right. And the Dodgers are going to have guys that are starting level pitchers. They're going to be in that bullpen. And you're going to have some long relief guys. You're going to have some guys that can go 2-3 innings. And you're not going to go to multiple guys over and over and over again and burn them out. Problem is they just need to get these guys back. And help can't arrive any sooner. They came out of the All-Star break, obviously playing well. Then they go into Houston, lose 2-3, and now they lose the first game here in San Diego, blowing a 5-run lead. So definitely not ideal. Definitely need to get some things back on track here. And like I said, I know the anti-Dave Roberts crowd is out and about. I know that they're coming for him. I'm one of those guys that don't, just like I was with Darvin Ham, I don't believe that Dave Roberts will be touched at all this season. I think no matter what happens, he finishes the season. The Dodgers have some type of epic meltdown, then I think this could be his last year. But outside of that, this is going to be our manager for the remainder of the season, into the playoffs, throughout the postseason. This is who we are going to have. This is who we're going to be managed by. Mark Pryor as well. The Dodgers have and are known for having these great guys on their team that can turn pitchers around, can get guys going when they struggle, can do all that, which is great when you bring them over from other teams, right? You kind of put them back together. But what the Dodgers are lacking and what the Dodgers need to figure out, have to do ASAP, is how to get their own guys back on track. Guys that they've had all season, guys that have fallen apart, guys that are not performing up to levels that we know they can, guys that are just worn out, guys that just don't have it anymore right now. Those are the guys that the Dodgers have to figure out. Those are the guys they got to put back together. Help is on the way. Reinforcements are on the way. August, I think, is the month where we're going to get most of these guys back. Some sooner, earlier on in August, some later in August. But they got to ride out this storm. They've got to ride out the storm, continue to hold that lead in the National League West, and then just hold it up so you can get these guys back. Because, man, oh, man, games like this, I just trying to think of how many times the Dodgers have been walked off this season. How many times? And some of them in just straight up goofball ways. Remember that Sunday game in Detroit where everything just completely fell apart? You had a pitcher just was out there walking on banana peels, slipping and falling, throwing the ball away from first base, kicking the ball, missing, throwing the ball on the complete other side of the bag, and just allowing walk-offs on missed throws. So got to get healthy. And it sucks. And our basketball team's forever hurt. Our baseball team is hurt. This team has a chance to be a legendary team if healthy. Absolutely. There's no perfect baseball team. Every baseball team has flaws. You can have a team with a dominant starting rotation, shaky bullpen. You can have a team with dominant pitching, dominant defense, and not enough bats. A team that can have 4 guys that can hit 30 home runs, 30, 35 home runs, but then their defense is shaky or don't have the arms. There is no perfect baseball team. We know this. There is no perfect baseball team. However, you can't have an imperfect baseball team and then a bunch of injuries, because then it takes away all the things you did. Yamamoto, great addition to this team, was going to be a major piece of this team. Injury setback, right? You have Mookie Betts playing at an MVP level, and he's going to miss months, right? And hopefully he gets back next month. Freddie Freeman, who's steady as a rock, obviously has to take care of his family. That's the most important thing. He's gone, right? So it's Will Smith is in a just absolute funk, can't get going. And you're sitting here relying on guys like Austin Barnes, Gavin Lux, Jason Hayward, Pajes, and all these dudes. So these new guys that they got, man, Edmund, Kopech, Flaherty, Rosario, these guys are going to be a breath of fresh air out there and a new energy. But this pen, man, this bullpen has to come correct ASAP. They've got to get this working ASAP. They got to get this fixed. I don't know, man, if you just go out and you bring up some guys who can give you some longer innings, and maybe you get a guy that can give you 2 or 3 innings and give this pen just some well-needed rest. Vesia is cooked. Vesia is absolutely cooked. He was off to such a great start after the first handful of games. Then he really got going and settled in, but he looks absolutely cooked right now. And when he went out there, man, he wasn't anywhere near the strike zone. Nowhere near the strike zone. He was bouncing pitches, throwing it way outside. He couldn't locate at all. And I was shocked at that one that they gave him that was would have been like a little inside on a left-handed hitter. They called that a strike to a right-handed hitter. And I was like, that was crazy. So that even with the gift strike, he couldn't lock in and get things happening. So it sucks to see, but it just from the second that bullpen got out there, Banda went in there, did his thing. He looked great. And as soon as Trinan got in there, Manny just teed him off. Then I think he gets the next guy. And then Jackson Merrill just clobbers that other pitch. And you just feel like, okay, it's tied. At this point, I'm thinking like we're going to get walked off in the ninth. That's what I felt at that point. I had no confidence we were even going to see a ghost runner. I had no confidence that was even going to happen. But they got out of it, and they couldn't manage anything in the top of the 10th. And you know, man, if you don't score that top of the 10th, then the odds are so stacked against you in the bottom of the 10th that team's going to get up there and score on you. And that's exactly what happened. And you had the runner on second. He walks the guy. You got first and third. They intentionally walk another guy. He gets a strikeout. And then you're sitting there, okay, you got to get 2 outs here. You're praying for a double play. Good luck. You know what I mean? You're praying for that double play. And with Vesia up there just dying. And like I said, the shot down the third base line and it's ball game, man. So terrible loss, man, after winning 5-0. After up 5-0, excuse me, man. Daniel Berry, what's going on? I see you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Joe says, as long as that F is the manager, this team will never win another title. He said, pinch hits Outman. Sunday says, yo, terrible loss. Yeah, Sunday, man. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for pulling up. Terrible loss. Horrible loss, man. Gut punch loss. It's right into a division rival, man, to a team that's that just got another dominant reliever today and has made some moves and has made trades earlier in the season. And kind of a nemesis, man, to you, man. Who can hit a baseball if it's the size of my Here he goes. Lewis, what's going on, man? What's good, my brother Jeff? What happened to the Dodgers? Yeah, man, just blew a 5-0 lead, man. Gave it away. Give it away now. That's what they did. KD says, what it do, KD, man? Happy to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Dodgers frustrated me. That was such a great day to trade deadline, man. Snagging Jack Flaherty at the end. I like the pieces they did yesterday. And then they come into this game tonight, man, and just you feel good after that first inning, and they just completely let you down after that, man. Dope. The Dodgers got Verdi, but my Yankees didn't do none. No, man. I mean, well, the Yankees had been doing stuff a little earlier, man. Man, Jazz out there just smacking 2 more home runs today after 2 home runs yesterday. They did enough. I mean, they got Soto in the offseason. They've done some things, and they really tried at Tanner Scott. They were in on Flaherty. They went after Crochet. They were in on guys. They just, like the Dodgers were, just San Diego crazy overpaid for Tanner Scott. I felt that Tanner Scott was going to end up with either the Yankees or the Orioles. But, man, this dude, Josh Chisholm, man, he is the guy they got early there, man. He's doing it, man. Daniel Barry says fix bullpen. Yep. Trinan is definitely not the same player now for sure. It doesn't matter if the starters pitch well, the bleep face will still take them out in 5 2/3. He let Glasnow go 7 today. And like I said, 6 of those 7 were pretty strong. But that bullpen, it would be ideal if our starters could go 7 and having a bullpen come in for the 8th and the 9th, but not always to be the case. Not always to be the case. And tax the relievers to where they are now. Yeah, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. And that's an organizational thing too. That's just a Dodger philosophy. While Dave has to wear it, that Dodger front office, the Dodgers operations are very, very kind of in sync with what Dave is doing out there. That is all part of the Dodgers strategy that Dave is sent out there to enact, man. Katie says Dodgers bullpen is having the same issues as the Yankees. Go-to guys are hurt right now. So overusing same guys, which result in fatigue and blown saves. Yeah, the Yankees had a very dominant bullpen to start this season. Very dominant. And they're starting to slip a little bit too, which is why I felt they needed to do everything they could have done to get Tanner Scott. And like I said, I thought they were going to get him, but they didn't. They didn't. So what's going on, Chris, man? Appreciate you for pulling it up. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Joe says, sounds like the Lakers. If. Yeah, a lot of ifs, man. I hate ifs, man. I hate ifs, but you got to talk about them because it's a real thing. Because these things, if they happen, we got to hope that if these things happen, things can straighten out. I hate relying on ifs, man. I hate it. I hate it. But it just is what it is. Let's see. We need a new lifeline. Yeah, man. Los Angeles sports is in a rut, yo. It's just in a rut. Like we've got the Lakers are a certified nut house, right? The Dodgers are out there making the moves, spending the money, doing everything you would require a franchise to do, but they just can't keep their players on the field. They just can't keep their players on the field, which then, you go to the well too much and tax the other guys too much. And it's killing this team, taxing all these guys, man. He said, Joe says, fire Roberts and get a real damn manager. It's not going to happen, Joe. It's not going to happen. Lakers Dodgers for life. What's up, my brother? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. Trinan needs to get his timing down. He hasn't been himself since coming back from injury. He'll bounce back. Yeah, I agree. I think that Trinan will find his way. But what I don't want, my guy, is I don't want other teams getting confidence against him. Like San Diego, I don't want San Diego thinking, oh, here comes Trinan. We can tag him. Like he needs to get that point where they got that thought and that doubt in their mind. But they're going up there ambushing and just tagging him. And that's what, we're not used to seeing that happen to Trinan. But you're absolutely right. He has not been the same since he came back from injury. That's a fact. Mike Link, what's going on? Appreciate you. How many late inning game-changing home runs does Trinan have to give up before management notices? I think they've noticed, Mike. I just think that it's one thing about this team. One thing about this organization is they hold their players down and stay down with them longer than most teams. Most teams would have sent Gavin Lux down or got him out of there. They wrote it out, and he's kind of finding his way now. This is kind of what the Dodgers do. I don't know if it's a little bit negligent at sometimes, because if Trinan never finds his way and they ride this all the way out, you got a bunch of guys who are struggling to find it right now. Like I said, man, Phillips, Hudson, Trinan, Vesia. You got a lot of guys that are struggling to find it right now. If just half those guys get it, I know another if. If just half those guys get it together, then that's the hope that, okay, maybe they can turn some things around. But you can't have all of them falling off the cliff at the same damn time. We can't have that. And that's what's happening right now, is the whole bullpen is falling off a cliff. You got to put it back together, man. ASAP. Let's see. He says, Glasnow had a solid outing. Good to see. He had like I said, outside that one inning where it was like a little mini 2-out rally, he rallied himself, came back with strong innings after that. And 6 of his 7 were dominant. So, I can live with Glasnow giving up 3 runs. I can live with that. If Glasnow gives up 2 to 3 runs, which is going to be in his ERA range, if he can give up 2 to 3 runs, the bats got to do their thing and the bullpen's got to back him up. And that's exactly what it is. Let me get this goofy out of here. Hold on a second. Let me get this goofy. Peace out, goofy. Thanks for coming. Good to see you. Get home safely. This dude. Here comes the goofies, man. My moderators, man. Well, my moderator's been like on vacation. I think it's my fault because I've been enjoying my summer and kind of ain't been pulling up as much. My moderators ain't pulling up. I'm gonna have to reshuffle that deck and get some moderators, some other moderators up in here, man. Because them type of goofies over there, man. Shan says, thoughts on the ball bros in the league now? You think Melo gonna be traded in the future? I'm not sure about that, Shan. We'll talk basketball tomorrow. Tonight I'm gonna talk baseball, but I'm not really too tuned into the ball brothers right now. Bridges says, hopefully they can get healthy and catch a stride going into the playoffs. I think they can, Bridges. I think they can, and I think they will. It's just a matter of time. And like I said, these guys getting up some of their rest and getting some key guys back. And you get Mookie back, you get Freddie back, you get Yamamoto back. If just one of Bueller or Miller can come in and find their stride, like there's a lot to be excited about what's coming back in August. Like, it's not like we don't have help on the way, because we do. It's frustrating because we know what this team can be and we know what this team was built on. We know it. It's frustrating that we got to sit and wait to get these guys out here to see what they can show the world, what they can do again. Yeah, he is definitely taxed, bro. He's definitely taxed. Let's see, bro. He cooked for real. Facts. I like this layout, easy and simple to skip and rewind. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna go back and forth because I got a lot of people who like. Majority of my people watch on their cell phones, so like they like the format. Also, when we do clips and trim them down in the shorts with captions, it's a lot easier to pull the other version. So for the creator side, there's a lot of benefits for doing the cell phone angle and the cell phone format. But I'll switch back and forth because I want, I know people like this version too. So I'll definitely switch back and forth. It's been a while since I've done this format. So I'll mix it in and I'll continue to do it. Let's see what we got in here. Bloodhound says Roberts does what Friedman tells him. Yeah, this I believe too. I think it's a combination of them working together. I'm not gonna lie. I did laugh when the dude said that he called us noisy, smelly, stupid dogs. Oh man, if you go get called something, if someone's gonna pull up and troll, I ask that they at least be creative. That was creative, man. I timed him out, but I'm not even. I can't even be mad at it, man. He called noisy, smelly, stupid dogs. Oh man, that is oh man. He said delete that. I did, DJ. I got there, but I wasn't looking at the chat at the time. That's why I gotta get the moderators popping, man. But I saw him. I just saw all like he was putting a bunch of like frogs in the chat, but his comment did have me dying there. He called us noisy, smelly, stupid dog. Oh man. It's a Dodger thing. They give their players a lot of runway to fault at times. Yeah, that's a fact. Lakers, Dodgers for life. That's a fact. And they give them, and sometimes it really works out for them. Sometimes they come back, and sometimes they figure it out. And that's how they get a lot of these kind of project guys that they can bring in, know they can rebuild, and they trust that Dodger way. They figure, okay, they show patience. They show kind of some empathy. They show some compassion for what these players go through. And I think some of these guys who have kind of their second act, I can't get that comment out of my head, who have their second act, I think like that's why they strongly consider the Dodgers. That's why you get these guys who come in and have kind of a breakout resurgence because they've seen the Dodgers pull it off in the past. I can't stop thinking about that. Oh man. Oh man. I know I'm probably supposed to be mad at the dude, but I'm not, because it was fun. Oh man. Bridges says I watch on cell phone but prefer this format. Okay, got you, Bridges. I got you. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the feedback, man. Must be a Giants fan. No, I've got a couple of these dudes that I haven't been pulling up in as many panels because I'm just, like I said, I've been enjoying my summer, taking advantage of kind of the downtime in basketball. So I've been doing less shows, right? So these guys so I pull up and I do my best to try to pull up and support my friends who do this, right? And I'll pop in the chat, say what up, drop the like, give them the watch hours, support them and all this, right? And then they follow me to these channels, and then they just start like, and then the dudes were like, where'd this guy come from? Like, I don't know. Like, he's never been on these dudes' channels before. He did just follow me around and talk trash. People with like little YouTube burner accounts, some sensitive content creators out there stalking, but it's but sometimes they get creative and it's funny, man. But yeah, so I've got a couple of these dudes that are just straight weirdos. They follow me around, and sometimes they pop up on the show here, and a lot of times they pop up in other chats that I'm in and just get disrespectful. So sorry you guys had to see that, man, but that was It was just crazy. I've been on DJ's, yeah, DJ. Right? I've been on DJ's channel a couple times, and I've been followed by a couple of these. He's seen it. Well, yeah, there's DJ right there. He goes, "Those trolls definitely be following you." Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I pull up the DJ seen it on his channel a couple times. Like they just come looking for me. They go from channel to channel just to see if I'm on there, like either in the panel or in the chat. And I don't. Who does this? Like who does that? Who has the time? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, but there wasn't this dude. It wasn't this guy. There's another one. There's like two of them, and they follow me. Two of them that I know of. They follow me kind of everywhere I go. They pop up on my social media. It's just these dudes is on one, bro. Like I don't know what it is, but this dude had me laughing though. When he called noisy, smelly, stupid dogs. Oh man, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm not even you know what I mean? Wouldn't have been like if we would just left it at that, I would have let him stay. If he just kept bringing lines like that, creative, like I probably would have let him stay because that was funny. Oh man. Bloodon says, dude sounds like he's 5 years old. He's on summer vacation, took his parents' phone or iPad, and is over there just like pressing buttons and emojis and stuff and just talking trash. Oh man. The trolls is a sign of success. Yeah, but I think what it is like, like I said, I've been, I'm not I'm enjoying the kind of doing less streams right now. It's hurting me, like it's hurting the channel, like right. YouTube will punish you when you don't show up every night and you don't put in the same type of work. They kind of punish you for that, which I'm okay with right now because I'll get back in the regular rhythm and the groove. But I valued some time off. So I feel like some of these trolls missed me more than the supporters did, to be honest, because I popped up on a couple of channels showing love and they just came firing. I was like, whoa, like where'd y'all come from? Y'all was out here missing me, huh? But so what happens is they don't get notifications when I go live. So I had someone text me yesterday and today saying like, yo, when you going live again? Like, bro, I've done 2 shows. I did a show yesterday and I did a show today. And he's like, what the? I didn't even get a notification. So it's like you get punished as a content creator when you don't pull up and as consistently. So I'm gonna have to make YouTube happy again. I gotta go on a run. I gotta do like a 5-7 days of straight streaming again to get back in YouTube's good graces. But it's coming. I'm still enjoying this summer though. And as baseball gets into the thick of the pennant race and all that, I'll be rocking live on the regular. So get used to this Dodger content. If y'all like the Dodger post games right now when there's nothing going on in Laker wise, if you like this, if you want some Dodger post games, let me know. I'll do them. I'm still going to be tapping in on basketball. I still got EPJ Sports Night, which is going to be a combination of both, so we can talk baseball, basketball, football. I'm lining that up. I was trying to get that going at the end of the NBA season, but my schedule, man, my schedule is nuts, y'all. And so I couldn't get that going to where I could do it right. I wanted to launch that right. And I had some things planned for it. And because of my schedule, I couldn't line it up the way I really wanted to deliver it. So it's still ready to go, but it's a little on hiatus. I can't decide if I should just go live with it now and do baseball and cover the NBA, what's the offseason in the NBA, which is kind of dead right now, or just wait till it gets deeper into the baseball. NBA is kind of around the corner and football's back. I personally feel that's a better timing to do it. But let me know what y'all think. But that's going to be the call-in show. It's not going to be panels, but it's going to be a call-in show, like a sports talk radio show where I kind of do my little section, my little segments, and then I bring people in to call to either, talk about the take, talk about what's on their mind, and then move on from there. And people can call in multiple times during the show, but it's not going to be like one person comes on and stays there for an hour with me. It's going to be, pull up, you're going to get your, 90, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, get your take on, and then it's going to be out of there. So it's just going to be like a sports talk radio show. So I've got that one going to go. And then, as well as, the Empire Jeff TV. And I've got 2 other things I'm planning to it. Just in my schedule. I haven't really opened the door and had other people come in and do other shows on the channel yet. I've had people hit me up for it. I'm considering it. I'm looking to do something like that. But that'll be coming soon. But the EPJ Sports Night is going to be something I think you guys will really enjoy. But like I said, I want to do it right. And I wanted to be my schedule to be locked in and ready to go. From there. But if you guys do like the Dodger post games for now, let me know, because I can't wait till it's MLB, NBA, NFL time, man. It's going to be a real fun time on the channel. This will be my first time doing that on the channel, so that's what I'm looking for. And here comes Lucky acting a fool. What you doing, Luck? Noisy, stupid. Yeah. No, he said, what did he say? Noisy, smelly, stupid dogs. I can't even be mad at that, bro. It's like it's like a 7-year-old calling like his 5-year-old sibling a name, right? So it threw me off because when I started seeing him pop up, I saw that I started laughing, and I was reading the DJ's like, yo, delete this dude. But I was like, man, that was funny though. I was like, that was funny. Some of the trolls are funny, some of them come in and like just goofy, and you right away you're like, okay, man. But when they come in just firing off top, being disrespectful, like, you got to get him out, man. You got to get him out. But that kid, whoever that was kind of funny though. Crazy people just want their 15 minutes of fame. Yeah, man. Yeah, I get it, man. He's still funny though. You got to start cooking again, Jeff. These haters miss you. Yeah, it's just weird. I'm telling you, as DJ, he's seen it on his show, bro. He said, yo, you remember hit me up? What's up with this guy? I'm like, I don't know who this dude is. He just be following me. And I did a show with someone else. This is how crazy, this is how to a level some of these dudes take this, right? I did a show with someone. I pulled up with someone on a platform that's not even on YouTube, right? It's not on YouTube. And it wasn't even on something I typically do, right? I pulled up, and one of these dudes found me on that platform. Like, it's no one that I rock with on YouTube. It's a completely separate, like, entity, a whole different subject matter. And this dude found me. Like, who does that? like, I don't understand it. I don't get it, man. It's crazy. Big Baby, what's going on, man? Big Baby Jonathan, appreciate you pulling it up, man. Hope you're having a good one. Make sure to go subscribe to Big Baby Sports. Big Baby, and follow him on Twitter. That looks like where he's pulling up there from tonight. So I appreciate you as always, brother. Hope you're having a good one. And you missed a little funny troll on here a little while ago, man. But yeah, man, sometimes you just got to rock with it. You know what I mean? Have a little fun with it. Don't take it too serious. When they get disrespectful, then we got to take it to another level. But it is what it is, man. Let's see. Okay, we hit that one already. But yeah, man, sucks the Dodgers what they did today, man. They let us down. The Dodgers front office did their thing for the trade deadline, and then they let us down on the field today. So hopefully tomorrow they live to fight another day. Hopefully they go out there tomorrow and get that win. I hate wasting a Glass Now game, man. The dude did enough to earn that win. I hate wasting that. Hopefully, they come back and get that win tomorrow, and they can, take this series 2-1. But tonight sucked. It is what it is. Like I said, we live to fight another day. But yeah, so let me know if you guys want more of these Dodger post games. I'll do my best to start doing them if I'm at the house when the game ends. Well, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for the night. If you missed the video I did earlier about the MLB trade deadline, I did it earlier. Lucky is acting a fool right now. If you missed that, go ahead and check it out. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We'd greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everyone over there rocking on Twitter. Twitter been rocking with your boy heavy the last actually probably the last like 4 or 5 shows. Twitter's been rock solid. So appreciate y'all for showing up and showing out. Shout out to everyone on YouTube as well. Appreciate y'all. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. So yeah, y'all have a good rest of your night. You guys have a good Wednesday. Hopefully the Dodgers get this win, and y'all stay safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate y'all.